Inside is the underdog hit of the film world this season.
It unfolds around rising football star Michael Oher, whose super size and big talent helped bridge the gap between poverty and privilege.
Most of his files have been lost. This one describes an incident where officers forcibly removed Michael when Michael was 7.
I was on my own and nobody at home.
Until one cold night when his life collided past with a tough-as-nails Southern mother, Leanne Toohey.
Stop the car. Do you have any place to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me.
Oher was eventually adopted by the family. He began to turn his life around, both in the classroom and on the football field.
Michael Oher is this extremely polished, poised, polite young man who, once he crosses the white line on a football field, becomes an aggressive, intense, physical force.
There they were when Oher graduated from high school, played 4 years at Ole Miss, and was drafted by the Ravens.
Michael Oher, from homeless in Memphis to a first-round pick of the Baltimore Ravens.
This 6'4", 309-pound giant plays down the Hollywood hoopla, trying to stay focused on football.
I've always had that, fire and passion.
You're a football star.
Yeah, I definitely came a long way.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michael Oher.
Thank you. Well, Treehouse is about surprises, and when Zan and I were working on putting this event together, we just didn't know which surprise was going to come up next, and obviously I'm not Michael Oher, but we were so amazed because last week we received a phone call from Michael's agent that said that he would like to have someone else to come up with Michael. And it's like, well, who are you talking about? And little did we know that he was talking about Don Yaeger. And if any of you who follow sports knows that Don is an award-winning sports writer. He was an associated editor with Sports Illustrated, and he has written numerous books, several of which have been on the New York Times bestseller list, such as Walter Payton's story, Never Die Easy, and Tug McGraw's story, You Gotta Believe. Don is currently writing a book about Michael's life. It is a distinct pleasure and honor for me to present to you Mr. Don Yaeger and a very special young man whose life story that many of us have seen on the award-winning movie The Blind Side, which touched all of our hearts. And by the way, after meeting him, he's destined to greatness. Mr. Michael Oher.
I just want to start off by saying, meeting everybody, getting familiar with Treehouse, and you guys are doing a tremendous job. Foster care. Imagine a 6, 7, 8-year-old kid, 5, 6, 10 miles away from their home. I mean, that was me before. I went in foster care, went into a foster home. Just had no structure in my life, and my foster home, it really brought that structure that I needed in my life to just to give me a start somewhere. It didn't turn me into the person I am today, but it gave me a start. It helped me out. So I just want to say you guys are doing a great job with Treehouse.
Michael, you talked about the idea that actually a foster home, and you lived in a foster home for a little more than 3 years, and then returned to your birth mother. You actually, that structure that they gave you allowed you to begin the process. A lot of folks have assumed that this all happened really late in life, but it really, you started seeing a future for yourself when the opportunity to gain some of that structure existed. Is that right?
Yeah, like I said, nobody ever told me, I had to go to school or, tuck me in the bed or anything like that. was, 6, 7 years old, finding my own, food and having to, go, beg in front of stores in order to, get something to eat. And, I think that, because I always felt that I always had that inner drive, to succeed in life. I always had that fire and passion that, looking around and, seeing all the drugs and the violence and just saying to myself, this is not, how it's supposed to be. Just wanting to, be something in life. I didn't have to play football. I mean, I was gonna be, something. I was gonna make it out the, ghetto and, have a family and, my kids, they were gonna have more than what I had, and I was gonna teach them the love and the, to get me to the right, things in life that you need.